Now it's the time to give the floor to Mr. Tomás Vassaras. He is the CEO of Greekexports, also the area manager for different certifications. And please, Mr. Vassaras, the floor is yours for delivering the presentation about the halal trade with the UAE opportunities and trends.
Thank you, Tomás. So I would firstly like to thank the organizers for giving me the opportunity to get part in this very important event. UAE is one of the major markets in GCC, and as we Greeks are tradespeople, we have already found ways to do business there. From constructions down to special products like fur products, you will find many companies of Greek origin and interest working there, as you will find more than 10,000 Greeks working there and succeeding in many sectors of the country's economy. My name is Tomás Vassaras. I'm CEO of Greekexports. That's an export consulting company. And I've been visiting Dubai since 2006, when the city was under construction, when the whole city was under construction. Talking about construction, this building symbolizes the future as it hosts the Future Museum of Dubai. Unfortunately, it was closed last year, but I hope that this year will be open so that we can visit it. But future comes by only with human effort and ingenuity. Here you see that on the top corner, a constructor just hanging from the massive building trying to fix something. My presentation focuses on how to bridge the needs of the futuristic UAE and GCC area with a traditional but also innovative food sector of Greece. And the bridge is called halal. In very short, we will see what it means, what the requirements are for halal trade, and where the opportunities and threats lie for producers located in Greece and more specifically in Central Macedonia that we are based. But before that, we need to have a small glimpse of the global Islamic economy. Abdur, Rahim, and also Tomás discussed about that. As you see here, the halal food is a king in the halal economy. But cosmetics and tourism are also two sectors that we Greeks should give some more focus as well. Now, GCC area is one of the most important hubs for halal trade, and UAE is just one of the two major players in the area. I believe most of you really know what halal means. In essence, one needs to avoid what is forbidden, in short, pigs, alcohol, insects, not properly slaughtered animals, and combinations of the above, that all of those are forbidden. Halal rules have been recorded into standards in many countries of the world that those standards are not always identical to each other, although they all follow the basic reference text, that is, of course, Quran. In GCC area, the GSO standards apply, and there are two main standards related to food: 993 that covers the animal slaughtering, and 2055 Part 1 that covers food production. In 993, we have already a new standard with important changes that has not been implemented yet, though. Now, a company can seek certification according to those standards, not because it's mandatory. It is mandatory basically only in meat, and it will be in some other sectors like dairy soon. But also because it provides you with an important competitive advantage to expand in this area. It's like a passport to exports. But be careful though, not all halal certification bodies can give you certificates that will be accepted in UAE and other GCC countries. Only accredited bodies will be accepted. And accreditation is given for certain categories of products and not for everything at once. As we went through the procedure of accreditation 2021, I can tell you it's not an easy task. Now, if you get a certificate from an accredited body, then you can use a halal claim on the packaging of the specific products that are certified. But be careful again, as not all halal marks are accepted. This is a topic where UAE differs from Saudi Arabia and has its own national halal mark that you have to buy from local authorities in UAE, and you see it on your screen. But the use of the generic halal mark is also accepted in both countries, I mean UAE and Saudi Arabia, if you are certified by an accredited body. Okay, you see that it has some difficulties, but does it worth it? That will be the next question. Focusing on UAE, we see that in reality it's a small country in terms of population. It's not much different than Greece in fact, but with a much bigger economy. Only 12% of the population my camera, I don't know, switches off when it wants to, but never mind, I'll switch it on always. So I was saying that only 12% of the population are actually Emiratis. The rest are from many different nationalities, most of them though from Muslim countries. And very interesting facts, 69% are actually men, which is important in food because don't forget, men eat more. And only 31% women. Equally important to know is that 64% of the population is the age group of 25 to 54, which is basically also the case in Greece. But talking about halal trades, this is not only UAE. It's already been mentioned about halal meat. Since it's mandatory, we see here the meat imports categorized in bovine, goat, sheep, and poultry of the 6 countries of GCC area, along with the population. And at the bottom, you can see also the tourists they had in 2019. You see Saudi Arabia is the other big player in the market, but also all the countries have opportunities, as you can see here, not only because of local population, but also of being tourism destinations. And we can't forget also the football that was going on in Qatar that brought in many tourists, which means many needs for extra products, especially food. Now in the last column, you can see, just to compare, the exports of meat from Greece to the whole world. Of course, we don't really have a bovine sector, but you can see the exports of Greece in goat, sheep, and poultry. So as you see, the total exports of Greece in the whole world are substantially lower than the imports of any of those countries, even the smallest ones. Now, there is a real opportunity there, and that opportunity is not only for meat products, it's also for other products that if we make the analysis, we will see similar data. So, but let's focus a little bit on the region of Macedonia. Seve did a mapping on the Greek exports per region, so we can see regional data. Now, when comparing Central Macedonia's global exports, and Central Macedonia and Thessaloniki is actually the base of the Chamber of Commerce, we see that food is the main sector. Food accounts for 32% of all exports of the region. Moreover, Central Macedonia is a small part of Greece, but it accounts for 1/4 of the country's exports to UAE, as we see from Seve's regional data analysis for years from 2017 to 2021. And still, the exports to UAE are only 1.06% of the total exports of the region. Now, combining all those facts together, and the opportunity for food exports from Central Macedonia and Greece in general to UAE becomes even more evident. And since last year, companies have another marketing tool to use the logo of Macedonia on their products. And basically, I have a small intro video that you can see at the same time. I hope you can see it. Now, the logo, well, this logo that you will see now, it was presented in the European Parliament basically last Friday, and will be promoted in many countries of the world as a strategic plan to differentiate the products of the land of Macedonia. And numerous events are currently planned, some also with public funding, and will be executed in many areas of the world. I can tell you there are some events organized to be plans to be organized in USA and Australia. And I wonder why not also UAE. Some of those events, as I said, will be also with public funding. And also an interesting event is that whoever will be in Thessaloniki by Monday, the 20th of February, so it's in 2 weeks, they could participate in such an event that celebrates the first companies receiving the license to use the logo with a nice concert of the famous singer Antonis Remos in Thessaloniki concert hall. That will be in 2 weeks' time. As I said, this logo is owned by SEVE, and anyone based in Macedonia and producing products can take part. Now, why do I believe that UAE and GCC in general have good opportunities for Greek producers? So did you know that 70% of food consumed in UAE is imported? Local production is very weak, as it's quite hard to cultivate anything in the desert that surrounds the cities of UAE. Saudi Arabia and the other countries in the area have actually similar import shares. Now, growing tourism from the whole world is also an interesting factor. In UAE, you find all the cuisines of the world, but Greece is poorly represented, and there is room for many more products and restaurants that will be ambassadors of the Greek Mediterranean flavors in the market. As Greeks are adaptive, they have always been, our industry is a very reliable supplier for products that can incorporate the needs of the local importers in quality, branding, and packaging. HTMC has an extensive know-how for the market, and its guidance can be really helpful in understanding the market and finding the right partners. UAE is really a small country, as I said, but its trade figures are equal to much bigger countries. As UAE, for many reasons, like good location, trade liberalism, low taxation, is today an important trade hub for the whole region. And as halal is important, we have since 2021 the first certification body that is accredited, HAC Greece, and there are others now, as it has been said before. And Dr. Mohammed, the CEO of HAC Greece, would also be in the discussion panel to answer to your relevant questions. Now, my professors in MBA International Business and Export Management always stressed to us, never forget the threats of international trade. One needs to be prepared in a way to overcome them and even use them as advantages, if possible. Now, size is a real threat. You may start cooperation with a major player in the market, but it may be too big for you to handle. Always make it sure that the intended quantities are compatible to your capacity. That's number one. But even more important is that labeling and its special guidelines are also an important threat. Halal labeling included. That's also a problem. There are many cases where things went wrong and custom clearance was refused because of a labeling problem. Currency fluctuation is something that needs also to be considered. But now, as AED is pegged to the dollar, the expected fluctuation against the euro is the same as against the dollar. By my analysis, it was just a range of 17% the last 8 years, which is not much, but with a small exception in the turbulent 6 months in 2022. And that was my last slide. I would like to thank you all for your attention and hope to see you in Gulf Food that takes place in just 2 weeks' time in Dubai. And we will be happy to answer your questions in the discussion panel or directly through my contact details that you can see here. So I pass the floor back to Tomás. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Vassaras, for your wonderful presentation. Please stay with us because now we have an amazing panel discussion about doing business in the UAE halal market. So I will be, first of all, introducing our speakers for this panel. As I said, Mr. Tomás Vassaras will be with us, along with Mr. Mohammed El certification manager for halal assurance and quality. Then we will be also having Mr. Mohanad Arar, the sales managers of Harar Trading here in the UAE. And finally, we will be also having Mr. Aris Basilikos, the export area sales managers for Condito. So please open your micro so we can start the panel discussion. I would like to initiate the same asking Mr. Vassaras about the biggest challenges and business opportunities for Greek F&B companies here in the UAE, because this question is connected with the presentation, and maybe you can give us more insights about the challenges as well as about the business opportunities in the UAE halal market for the Greek F&B companies there.
So would you like me to start first on that? You can hear me, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So regarding, yes, opportunities and threats, this is the most important thing that someone needs to take under consideration when deciding for going into a new country. And deciding into expanding into a new country is actually a whole process that one needs to go through with many steps. One of those steps are opportunities and threats. Now, the most important opportunity for me is the fact that Greeks and the Greek cuisine is something that is recognized in the world as a big player. We've seen like a few months ago a categorization that was from a big pool of people that they basically said they chose their favorite cuisine, and Greek cuisine was, I think, second after the Italian, but very close in this list. So that means that Greek products can actually go everywhere, right? And this is one part of the world where we haven't been yet, at least to the extent that we should. So the opportunity is there because also a lot of people in other countries go through UAE and they can find products in restaurants, etc. As I said in my presentation, when we are in UAE, we don't see a lot of Greek around us, Greek restaurants. So that's number one. Number two is that Mediterranean cuisine and Greek cuisine in particular gets more and more the understanding that it is a healthy way of diet. And this is also known everywhere. So traditional Greek sectors could really succeed in many different countries, many different areas, this GCC area being one of them. And of course, the fact that now the relationship between our areas, the countries in the GCC and Greece are in an extremely good level. And you can see that from how many companies take part in Gulf Food every year. They are like a little less than 100 every year, come from Greece, and they take part over there. So there is a big potential there. Of course, there are threats. Now, we sometimes tend to diminish them, to think that they are not important, but they are important. Because if you have a shipment that goes down to the customs office and doesn't get cleared because there is a problem on the label or on the ingredients or on the papers, this is a very big problem. It might destroy your business, not only because of the damage, but because you will be damaged on the face of your clients. So these things have to be taken really under consideration. Of course, competition. Someone would say it's a difficult market and the competition is high. Okay, there is no market where there is no difficult and there is not a high competition. All markets are the same. They are very competitive, a lot of competition, and difficult to enter. But you can enter. And in this market, I think the obstacles to enter are fewer than in other markets of the world. Halal was one of them, but we sort this out.
Perfect. So based on your experience helping companies in Greece to do business here in the UAE, do you think are Greek F&B firms capitalizing on the existing opportunities? Do you see also any chance for the Greek halal meat here in the UAE or in other GCC countries?
Definitely yes, in both questions. Definitely a very big yes, and I'll tell you why. We have a lot of Greek companies producing food products, and many are exporting, right? The exporters are basically ready to export to that area as well. They need to make a few amendments. I'm talking about goods that could be exported like halal, taking also under consideration. Because Greek companies, they are in a very good level. They export a lot to European countries, and European countries are also have also very big standards, strict standards. So Greek companies are to the level that they could export to difficult countries and strict countries, like also GCC area. There is no problem. There is merely and mainly a sort of what the companies would actually focus on. Maybe they're focusing more on the USA market. That would be their decision. Okay, but if they focus on the GCC area, they could do it. They could enter. Products are brilliant, are very good. Quality is excellent. Tastes, I don't have to say anything about the taste. You know that already. So there's no problem there. Now, regarding the meat, I've been going through the details of the meat imports and where the meat comes from, right? And you can see that most of the meat comes from very poor areas of the world and sub-Saharan Africa as well, right? So it means that most of this meat is really cheap. But as I said, this is always the case. There are, in every sector, there are many products that are very cheap, and there are products that are aimed at a higher quality. Now, in this part, the high quality part, I can tell you that the Greek meat would have a good opportunity in the area for the good restaurants, for the hotels, and even for people that they would like to buy for the home something that tastes better, because Greek meat tastes better, right? And not only Greek meat, but meat in general from this area, from the Balkan area. It's a mountainous area. Many of the animals they eat the grass from they are on the mountains. They are mountainary, even the species. So in both cases, yeah, I see there is a big opportunity if someone would really try to go for it.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your contributions. Now we will go with Mr. El-Tawab. Let's talk a bit about the halal certification, the halal regulation. So first of all, I would like to start asking Mr. El-Tawab if he has detected an increasing interest in the halal market or certification. So if you already see or if you perceive that there is increasing interest in this market.
Okay, assalamu alaikum. First of all, thank you, brother, for this kind invitation. I'm Mohammed Abdul Tawab. I'm the certification and the quality manager of Greece. What to say? Actually, it was a big honor for us to get the accreditation as a first Greek company, and it was like our dream. Since 2017, we started this idea, and we finally get the accreditation after establishing founding our company Haq Greece in 2020. We got the accreditation in 2021. The idea was because actually my background, I am a veterinarian, and I came for Greece for postdoctoral research. So, you know, when I found this high quality meat, our idea is to start exporting this meat to the Gulf area. But with further checking, we found that the company that certified the slaughterhouses or the meat process or the meat producers, meat processing units, it should be accredited. So from here, we got the idea to have an accredited company. So after 2 years from the accreditation, we have a very good interest. I can tell you that our improving is like 50% per year regarding the number of the company that is certified by us. There is a very good point to tell you here that what I'm feeling from the Greek industries is they are very respectable. This is something I appreciate it very much in the Greek market, that the companies are very respectable. So, and they're responsible. So when we say that when they decide to have a business and they get to us, I mean, to get going in the procedure of the certification, they follow very well the standard. They follow very well the regulation. There is from their culture or knowledge is to be respecting their business. So I can tell you, we have a very, very good opportunity, especially in our area in Central Macedonia. We have many requests. We are improving. Last year, it was the first year for us to be an exhibitor in Gulf Food. We get a very good success. That's why for the second year, we are also be exhibitor in 2 weeks. We'll be in Dubai. Hopefully we have the opportunity to meet you all there. So I can tell you that the Greek market is ready, especially in the sectors that meat processed and the other food sectors.
Happy to hear that. Most welcome. Happy to hear that. Thank you so much for sharing your experience. Regarding the Greek halal certified companies by your halal certification body, we would like to know more about the companies and try to see which ones are exporting. We are already exporting their F&B products to the UAE, or which are the best selling F&B products here or in the region.
Actually, all. But recently, the very big interest is the meat, because we found from last visit last year in the Gulf Food that there is a very big demand for meat, especially from the area, especially with a very good quality in the area. So we have met a lot of importers, many with a very big orders that they are interested in the Greek meat. And actually, some of them already have a contact when we were there and starting the business. So in the meat in general, it's going very good. Also for the other sectors like pies, like olives, like all this is also going, develop.
That's great. It's good also to see.
Sorry for also the dairy. Dairy is very, very important, especially with the Greek feta, which has a very well known, and it has a very good reputation. Is also has a very good improvement.
That's great. Happy to see that out of the meat space, you also have some other halal certified products, and they are already being exported to the UAE as well as to other Muslim countries in this part of the world. Now,
if I may add something.
Yeah, please, Mr. Vassaras, go ahead.
We are in the beginning of that. We are in the not 0.0, but 0.5, let's say. As you saw from the exports, only 1.06 of the exports of the Central Macedonia actually go to UAE in all different sectors. So, and the reason is because the Greek companies, they did not put it yet in their priority. That's the only reason. When they do, you will see it will boom. It's just a mere issue of prioritizing. They are prioritizing other areas of the world and where they are succeeding very nicely. Okay, yes. When they will prioritize UAE, and this is what we are actually now here for, to tell them that they should also prioritize the area, then they would succeed, and you will see those figures going up.
For sure.
Of course, if I may intervene, of course, it is very important to create a basic network, and that is the reason we are doing this webinar today, to encourage Greek businesses to get the interest for exporting in United Arab Emirates, and also to create, to be participant in a network of facilities, including the Dubai Airport Free Zone, including Halal Trade and Marketing Center, including Greekexports, etc. In all this, from all these institutions, Greek companies can obtain the necessary information and can ask for assistance and for support. And that is the duty of the Chamber, to encourage Greek businesses in the members of the Chamber, or the Greek business in Central Macedonia, to benefit from this network, to be part of the network and to benefit. Thank you for allowing me this small intervention.
Most welcome. Indeed, that's the idea behind this event. Our cooperation is looking for helping the companies there to be ready to do business in the UAE and beyond. So yeah, that's the point. And also, for that reason, today we invite Mr. Arar from Arar Trading. Today we have the privilege to have with us Mr. Mohamed Arar from Arar Trading. Arar Trading is a key importer and distributor of F&B products in the UAE. And today we have Mr. Arar with us. So let's now go with him. I would like to start asking him about the F&B categories where he see a real opportunity for Greek F&B products here in the UAE. Based on your experience, vast experience in the UAE working with F&B products, where do you see, or did you see a real opportunity for Greek F&B products?
Okay. For UAE, like why is UAE? As you may know, like we are here in the UAE, we have almost 180 nationalities. So you have the whole world in one place, you can say. So you can, like, if you can get the people trust new products, that means you have the opportunity to go even beyond the UAE border. These people here are ambassadors to their country. So if you, as I told you, if you can get their trust in the products, so they have, like, they can sell easily more in their homeland country. So as mentioned before, the network is essential. And here it's like, you can see it's not small country and not big country. So it's easy to control the market with like almost more than 6 to 7 hypermarkets here and hundreds of mini markets. Also, like, have diversity of cuisines. So we have the opportunity to convince these people with products, F&B. Plus, if they have this mark, that halal mark, that the people will be more trust, more convinced when they are buying, especially Muslim people, when they are buying the Greek product, they feel more comfortable, more like trust with this product. As I mentioned to you, the market is big and diverse. So, and also like willing to accept new product. So always you have to find something more like an advantage to other product, because UAE in general is like an open market. So everybody can bring the cargo or their items with like easy law and clear law and easy to apply the law. As it's mentioned before, like you have to you have to do something about your product. It's like labeling, certificates. All this is like you can get it easily. You just go to the like for Dubai, the health authorities is represented by municipality. Whatever you have to know is mentioned there in their website. So it's not like nothing hidden. It's all is clear. All what you have to do is to apply this terms and conditions to your own product. And then with like smart, as you can say, selling plan, you can go and can have the trust of the people. Because our people here trust the system. So when they go to the supermarket or the restaurant, they are trusted that the items there is like compliant to the system. So nothing is not good for their health. They have the trust. So here, like if you can get the trust of the system by like apply to the condition and terms, you have a great opportunity. And as I told you, the opportunity is not only to the UAE market. It's beyond the UAE with like facilities with the well-connected country. So you can go beyond the UAE. First, like have to take their trust. And then like you have big opportunity. And you have like many stories about this one. Especially like there was a product with this pedestrian ready to make. It's coming from Greece. It was the first step. They sell the, I think, cooperative. Then they start to move on and on and on. So as it's mentioned before, the popularity here, most of them are youth, like between 25 to 50, 25 to 54 years old. So this kind of people are like, they like to try something new, always try to like something new. So this is like your chance. People with higher salary, with high purchasing power, and like to know or try the new things. So the opportunity is there. All what you have to do, as I mentioned, to comply with the terms and conditions and get certificates, and you have the chance, the good chance.
That's great to know. Let me ask you if you are thinking about halal trading as a, let's say, potential buyer for Greek products. Are you already importing Greek F&B products? And if yes, please let us know the references as well as maybe the reasons behind why you choose Greek products, or why are you importing this or that Greek F&B items?
Yeah, well, actually, as like around trading, we start doing business with the Greece since like you can say 1978 or before. The first product we bought from them was the tomato paste. Imagine, tomato paste was like something new here. But the point is the quality of that one. The quality was like second to none. Like, you know, as you may know, like in summertime, temperatures go beyond like 40 plus, sometimes 50. Even with this high temperature, the product keep its characteristics and not get damaged, even with the higher temperature. So people, again, trusted this product. That's why like they just go and buy it without any like hesitation. They trust the made in Greece and that brand, and that's it. And the demand was huge. Like we used to bring around 120 containers monthly, yearly, 120 containers. That means each month, 10 containers. And then like afterward, like people start to go after this kind of product and the quality. Then we have like feta, we have olive, we have olive oil, many items from Greece, because Greece item has own character and it's well known. Like Kalamata olive is only from Greece. Feta cheese only from Greece. So here, if you can, like for feta, as they mentioned before, And that is in general, if you have like the halal certificate, so people have more trust. So the demand will grow sharply, I think. Plus we have like masticha from Greece. It's also a unique product. So Greece have many unique products. The step is, I think, now is to have certificate that make people feel trust with this. And I think they have big opportunity. Yeah.
Perfect. It's great to know that you already have, you are already working with many Greek F&B products. Now, because we are almost finalizing the session, we will be going with Mr. Vasilikos. We will be going with the success case of Condito. And I would like to ask to Mr. Vasilikos, first of all, what has the halal certification mean for your company?
Well, our company has halal certified products since 2018, following our attempts to expand our business in Middle East. Soon enough, we tried to apply the halal certification to almost all the range of our products, willing and aiming to enter to the markets that the halal certificate is needed. So moving to that direction, we managed to open a whole new market and grow our presence in the region of Middle East and more specific in UAE.
Perfect. And how has been your journey in the halal market till today?
Well, having the halal certificate for our products gives us a very strong advantage in order to claim our position in the market. We achieved many new collaborations with partners that we couldn't approach before due to the lack of halal certificate. And definitely this certificate was a great asset for us, for our portfolio, to help us establish in the market.
Great. And finally, what advice would you make to the Greek F&B companies thinking about the UAE halal market or the halal market here in the region?
Excuse me, could you repeat the question, please?
Yeah, what advice would you make to the Greek F&B companies thinking about the UAE halal market or the GCC market, based on your experience?
Well, that helped us a lot in order to, as I said, to be established in the market in the whole region of Middle East. So this is something that for a company that has ambitions to expand their business and export in more markets, this is something that it is absolutely necessary for its company.
Indeed, it is. And well, let us know, by the way, if we can find or not your products. Are they available in the UAE market?
Actually, yes, there are. Right now, our products and especially our sauces and dressings are available in Lulu supermarkets in UAE. This is a new collaboration that we built the last months, and we try to expand our presence there.
Perfect. Thank you so much
for
answers. We are out of the time. We have to finalize this amazing panel discussion. I would like to thank all of you for being here today with us, learning a bit more about the challenges and opportunities in the halal market. We will be coming with new activities, new initiatives in the future. In May, we will be celebrating a B2B program, so connecting Greek producers with relevant importers, distributors, and retailers here in the UAE. So we will be keeping you updated about our future activities. from the business matching point of view. Well, that's all from our side for today. I wish you a good day to all of you. Let's keep in touch and have a good evening.